Hi, I'm Kiana Gabrielle, and today is Monday, June 17th, 2019. And if you haven't already heard,
the Raptors, the 2019 NBA champs.
And with the rest of the country, this was my reaction. So naturally, I had to join the 2+ million people attending the first ever NBA championship parade in Canada.
Make your way on down to the Arches.
More emotion, more emotion.
Hi guys, so it is currently 4:41 p.m. and I got back home a little over 2 hours ago from the parade. Yes, I stayed there for a good 4 hours, and for the first 4 hours it was fun. It was great. It was not bad at all. Around like 11 it started getting really bad. There was just so much pushing. Like, it was like we were really close to people. So it was like the stage, then it was like a crowd of people, then they barricaded like the middle of it, and then I was behind the barricade, but really close that I could still see the stage, and I could still see like the seats on the stage, and I could still see the screen. And around 11:30 there was this guy walking on the arc, and then we all turned around and we looked at him, and then once we turned back around to go look at the stage, it automatically just got like so packed and I couldn't even like move. There were so many people constantly just trying to like move their way into the front. I got down to Nathan Phillips Square at 7:30, and it wasn't bad. There was still room, like you could fit a whole bunch of people. There was people still wandering, but it obviously got more packed, and they were expecting 1.5 to 2 million people on the route of the parade and all of that stuff, and that was great. But it got like way too packed for my liking, and I'm not a claustrophobic person, but when people are overlapping you and you're touching and it's hot and it's gross, and there were so many people who fainted. I think they said that there were about 60 people that fainted, which is crazy. For me, I went with my sister and then her coworker. We made sure to pack waters and snacks because it's hot out there. You're standing out there we stood out there for probably almost 6 hours. Sorry. It's hot. There's so many people. You're going to get dehydrated, and people fainted. Some lady fainted on my right, and then after someone fainted on my left. You need to be hydrated, and I don't know what they were thinking, but it's hot. And as time went on, it got less and less enjoyable, so we decided to leave. And don't get me wrong, my sister has been a fan of the Raptors for her entire life. I remember going to Raptors games every like Christmas break. The last game I remember going to was St. Patrick's Day, and it was probably more than 10 years ago. My entire family has loved the Raptors literally my entire life. I don't know anything else except for my family constantly watching the Raptors when they weren't good, when they were good. We used to go to games constantly every Christmas. I remember one of my uncles used to give everyone Raptors tickets. So my family has loved the Raptors and still does love the Raptors, and obviously me being Canadian and constantly hearing and constantly watching the games, because who doesn't want to watch the games anymore? I've grown a love for the Raptors. Am I a bandwagoner? Yeah, kind of. But that parade and that situation at Nathan Phillips Square just got more and more less enjoyable, especially when people started really pushing. When you are literally like, you might as well be sitting on top of me, because those people were so freaking close. Like, I don't want to be touched by you. Everyone is just like, I don't know where you've been. Not to be rude, but I don't know you. I don't want to be near you. And they also had fireworks going off when they clearly said, like, do not fire those. There were so many, and fireworks literally sound like gunshots, which is terrifying with a huge mass of 50 to 60,000 people. That is not a good thing to be around, and it just gave me so much anxiety. Like, I had to get out of there. So because we were in the front, we moved back just to freaking breathe. We moved back and we were like, okay, this is good. But then we realized that, number one, I hadn't eaten the entire day, and it was almost like by the time we got out to where we could breathe, it was almost 12 o'clock. So I haven't eaten that whole day, and I got up at 5:30 in the morning, as you saw, and I was starving. But we knew that the subways were gonna be packed, so we had to get the heck out of there. We are either deciding to eat lunch downtown or actually go home so that we could like find somewhere else to eat, because you know that's better. We tried to go somewhere downtown and quickly realized that all of Queen Street and literally everywhere was just barricaded. It took us almost an hour to just get to the subway to go home. There were so many people lining the streets everywhere, in the store, just hang out in the subway. There were obviously people still working because it's not a holiday. So we decided that, you know what, we're just gonna go home and get sushi. So that's what we did. So did I see the parade? Not necessarily. I watched it when I got home because the players just got to Nathan Phillips Square once I got home. Yeah, was it fun? Yeah, for the first 4 hours, and then it got less and less enjoyable because I was just constantly on edge. I don't like to be in such populated group. Where we were was just, there were so many teenagers, and you never know how much you hate people in high school until you're literally out of high school, because you're not them anymore. I was literally surrounded by just teenagers and I could not take it anymore. I didn't, like, they were just so pushy. Like, I was just not about it. My anxiety was just like on edge because I never knew it was gonna happen. Come to find out that when we actually left, headed home, there were 2 stabbings, and while they were doing while the players were making the speeches, I was literally watching it downstairs on my TV. At Nathan Phillips, there was a shooting. So something was looking out for me, because thank God, because if I was in that situation where I literally heard that gunshot or I heard people screaming like that, I would have freaked out. And if I stayed there any longer, I probably either would have fainted or would have fainted at that moment. And I just don't like group settings like that. Like, it was fun. Like, I'm a proud Canadian. I'll support the Raptors. But considering that I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, didn't eat, went to sushi, have a food coma right now, I'm gonna end the vlog right here, even though it's 4:53. I've been talking for about 12 minutes. But I'm gonna end the vlog here. If you enjoyed literally any part of this, if you are happy for the Raptors, if you wanted the Warriors to win, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, or if you enjoyed any part of this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, because I don't really know what I have planned, but you can watch it and enjoy it if you want to. It's free, and who doesn't love free things? Follow me on all my social media. They will always be linked down below in the description box. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye!